important the boys do a good job of blocking out and rebounding. If you allow this Beloit club second chances in close, they're going to kill you. So Minneapolis has done a pretty good job all year long rebounding. We've been playing against some teams that have some taller guys, but I thought we've done a very good job rebounding all year long, and no exception. It'll be a must here tonight against Beloit.
Beloit's got a couple 6'4" kids out there, and I'm going to do a little shout out to Eleanor Leach. Mom, there's a Jewel Wildcat, the Lion Burger, on the floor tonight.
A who there?
A Jewel Wildcat, a Lion Burger is his name.
Lion Burger, okay. And you said that's some relation to yours?
My mom knows family real well.
So, okay. Well, Minneapolis coming in tonight with one loss on the season. Early the very first game of the year, Beloit with 2 losses, one in league play and one out. The one league play game was the loss to Russell. Who was their other loss to, Dale?
Their other loss was Clay Center, I believe.
So to Clay Center, okay. So
Minneapolis is 7-1. They're 6-2. Minneapolis 5-0 in the league. They're 3-1. And Beloit has they won the last 2 games in a row. 7 of the last 9.
Yeah, what was that stat?
They've won the last two in a row. 7 of the last 9.
Beloit has.
Yeah.
Yep. So
we'll have to see if we can keep our outside shooting going tonight and do a little better job of that than the girls did, because we'll definitely need it, because they're going to be out-hyped again inside.
Yeah, we are -1 player. I'll give a shout out. And Andrew Yoxel's homesick, and Andrew, hope you get to feeling better quickly, buddy. We will miss you tonight, and just get better soon. A lot of sickness going around Minneapolis high school, junior high, and grade school. So.
And we wish the junior high clubs well tomorrow in their NCAA tournament.
Absolutely, that's
Kannapolis, Ellsworth.
Their tournament tomorrow, and that will be. It's at Kannapolis.
Kannapolis and Ellsworth, yeah.
And Ellsworth. Okay. So Minneapolis will be in their traveling red. The Beloit Trojans will be in their home white, and Beloit puts everyone on the floor, don't they? So they put their looks like almost their entire team on the floor, but they by far won't go that deep, I'm sure.
No, I would expect they go 8 or 9 at the most, but you never know. Young team, there are some senior leaders on this team, as Dale mentioned, a couple 6'4" boys. It's kind of hard to pick out. Brummer is a pretty good-looking tall guy. Looks like most of them can shoot from the outside. But Minneapolis, here again, as I mentioned, I think if we do a good job blocking out and we start hot, I think we'll lead them into that.
Well, it wouldn't hurt my feeling by any means. So Minneapolis and the Beloit Trojans. So we are a little ways away from the start of this ball game, and we will have the starting lineup in just a second, as trying to get the play. So we will, I think, have the national anthem here. I'm thinking. So see for sure just in a second. So I'm trying to still get a feel for who the starting lineup is for Beloit.
33, 20, 35,
31, but
31.
And I'm assuming number 4, so I will find out who number 31 is, because that's the one I've got a question on. So Minneapolis will have their same starting lineup that we've seen for most of the year. Had some different looks early on, but we've seen pretty much the same look for most of the year. So. For Minneapolis starting out, Number 3, Casey Argamott, a 5'9" junior for the Minneapolis Lions. For the Beloit Trojans, number 4, Caleb Moeller, a 5'11" senior for the Beloit Trojans. Saw him warming up and looked like he could hit some shots from the outside. For Minneapolis Lions, number 15, Grayson George, a 6'1" junior for the Lions. For the Beloit Trojans, number 20, Aaron Catlin, a 6'2" senior. And Dale, you said he's been one that's been putting some points.
Better scorers, yes.
He's been putting some points on the board. For Minneapolis, number 23, 5'10" senior Logan Weedle. And for the Beloit Trojans, number 31, Slade Crone, a 5'10" junior for the Beloit Trojans. For Minneapolis, number 33, Dylan Crossan, a 6'3" junior for the Lions. And for the Beloit Trojans, a 5'11" junior Luke Schamberg for the Trojans. And for Minneapolis, number 34, 6'3" senior Keegan McCulloch. And for the Beloit Trojans, number 35, 6'4" sophomore Zach Brummer. So, size-wise, starting out, pretty good comparison starting line.
Yeah, we match up rather well, and I think our senior leadership is going to take over in this ball game, and I'll put the hammer down.
As we will have the national anthem, and we'll just keep it here as we hear the Beloit band play the national anthem. Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas, as Beloit Marching Band plays the national anthem, and we get ready to start this matchup between the Beloit Trojans with 2 losses and the Minneapolis Lions with 1 loss, and see if we can come away with one victory tonight.
You ever seen so many 2-year-old kids running around? So that's pretty cool. Yes,
Beloit not go to 4A. they've got a great crowd. Beloit's got a great crowd here tonight.
He's shuffling them all to St. John's of Beloit. That's the reason.
So Beloit with a great crowd. Minneapolis with good crowd, but just a large contingency of Beloit people here tonight. So Grayson George will jump against, it looks like, Schamberg for the Trojans. Ball is up, and it will go to the Beloit Trojans. Ball is kicking on the outside to Brummer, back to Schamberg. Schamberg on top of the key will roll around the outside, kicks it back to Brummer. Backdoor pass into the hands of Catlin. Catlin will kick it back out to Moeller. Moeller back over to Schamberg. Schamberg guarded by Weedle. Swing pass over on the outside. Good cut, down low, shot blocked. Nice job by Minneapolis to get the tie up there. As I'm not sure that was a tie-up, but Beloit will pick up a full-court press.
Hey, at least it wasn't a foul.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Argamott will set it up for the Lions, brings it down, picks it up, gets it back to McCulloch. McCulloch at the top of the key, back to Weedle. Man defense by the Beloit Trojans. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch looks inside the crossing, gets his man inside, swing pass in, and in, no good. Rebound by McCulloch. McCulloch puts it back in. Wow. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch. Great rebound on the inside. as Crossan and McCulloch battle down low.
That's a great stick back by Keegan. Shielded the ball by the goal, went to the opposite side.
Catlin drives, kicks it back out to Moeller. Moeller at the top of the key, back over to Schamberg. Schamberg will drive back to Moeller. Moeller looks at the three, drives down, back to Catlin on the right side. Swing pass over to Schamberg. Schamberg down low, good pass to Beloit Trojan as he gets it down low to Brummer as Brummer gets the bucket. Ball game tied up at 2 here. Argenbright will bring it down to set it up. Casey back to McCulloch, back to Weedle. Weedle a little shot up and off the mark, but rebounded by McCulloch and kick it out to Argenbright as Casey will have to set it up. Gets it to Grayson George.
Got to clear the backcourt to get that one.
It was tipped off of Beloit though, that's the reason why, so it wasn't a backdoor cut. Turnaround shot off the mark, off of Beloit out of bounds. Grayson George tried a little hook on the right-hand side. Couldn't get it to fall.
That's a sweet-looking little baby hook there.
Grayson inbounds. Back to Logan Weedle. And he's stolen. Ball was stolen by the Trojans.
Logan asking for a foul there, I think.
Ball goes back in the hands of Schamberg to set it up. Drives. Shot up and good by Moeller. 4-2, Beloit with the lead. McCulloch will bring it down to set it up. Shot up and good. Great job by Keegan McCulloch to run the floor as he puts it up. Keegan did a great job of running the floor and takes it all the way in, puts it off the glass and good. Ball goes down low in the hands of Brummer. Brummer kicks it back out to Moeller. Moeller on the outside, back in the hands of Crone. Crone back to Moeller. Shot up by Moeller off the mark, rebounded by Argenbright. Casey will bring it down to set it up. Casey looks down low to Crossan. Shot up, it's going to be off the mark, rebounded by Crone. Boyd has numbers, pulls it up, shot up and good by Schamberg. Schamberg puts the lead back to 2 for the Trojans. Crossan with the ball. Back to Weedle. Weedle on the outside will take a deep 3, and it's good. That's nice to see Logan hit a 3 to start out.
Yeah.
7-6 Lions with the early lead. Ball goes back in the hands of Moeller. Moeller goes down low. Blocked and picked up by Argenbright. Casey will bring it down to set it up. 4:21 left to go in the first quarter. Casey back to Grayson for 3, and it's good. Great job by Grayson. Great dribble drive by Casey Argenbright to kick it back out to Grayson.
Casey drew the defense and found Grayson George wide open on the wing, and Grayson's wide open like that, it's money.
Schamberg on the outside, back in the hands of Brummer. Brummer back to Moeller. Back to Moeller at the top of the key, sets it up. Kicks it over to Catlin. Catlin, Moeller will take the shot in the lane, up and good. Argenbright will bring it down for the Lions. Kicks it back out to Logan Weedle. Logan to drive. Kicks it into McCulloch. And there's going to be it's going to be out of bounds off of Beloit. Minneapolis will get in some fresh players as they will get in Macy, Darrow, as well as Charlie Lynn. Crossan, Weedle, and Argenbright will sit down. Grayson will pull the trigger into Charlie Lynn. Back to McCulloch. McCulloch back to Darrow. Go into McCulloch. Back to Lynn. And Charlie Lynn gets called for the double dribble. Turn the ball back over to the Trojans. 10-8, Minneapolis with the early lead. Catlin will bring it down to set it up for the Trojans. Kicks it back out. Oh, nice near block by Grayson George. He'll get called with a foul. So, and that'll be his first personal foul. At the line will go Zach Brummer, 6'4" sophomore, as he'll go to the line. Shot is up and no good. Almost fell in. 10-8. 3:08 left to go here in the first quarter. Second shot coming by the sophomore. Shot is up and it is in and out, no good. And McCulloch will come down with the rebound. McCulloch will break the press, bring it down himself. And he's going to get called for palming. Good call. And it will turn over back to the Trojans. In the ball game for Beloit, number 23, Weinhalf. Catlin with the ball, back in the hands of Koster. Koster picks up his dribble, gets it back to Catlin. Catlin on the outside, gets it off, gets it in the hands of Ludwig. Ludwig back to Weidenholt. Shot up and off the mark, rebounded by Macy. Macy will bring it down for the Lions. On the right-hand side, back to Grayson George. Deep three, and it's in and out. And the rebound goes to Weidenholt. I'm probably butchering that name, and I apologize, folks. Three-point shot by Beloit, up and no good. Rebound by the big guy, Brummer. Beloit will set it back up. 10-8, Minneapolis with the lead. Shot inside, and it's up and good by Brummer. Darrell will bring it down for the Lions. Leaves his man in the backcourt. Gets it down low to Charlie. Back to Macy. Backcourt to Grayson George. Grayson, a little shot up and good on the left-hand side. Great job by Grayson George. Hits a little runner on the left-hand side.
He likes that baseline shot. He puts the ball on the floor and pulls up for that 12, 14-footer, and it's usually money.
12-10 to score, Minneapolis.
Koster with the ball, back to Catlin. And that will be a foul called on Minneapolis. I think it's going to be on Grayson, too. Yep. Grayson George will be called with his second personal foul. So Logan Weedle as well as Dylan Crossan will check in for Grayson and Keegan. Muller to inbounds for the Trojans. Back on the outside goes in the hands of Crone. Muller for three, and it's good. 13-12, Beloit has a lead here. Macy with the ball down low. Back to Macy.
Yep, he walked. Shuffled his feet.
Shuffled his feet there, called with travel. Turn the ball back over to the Trojans. 57 seconds left here in the first quarter. Koster with the ball. Gets it in the hands of Schamberg. Schamberg will set it up for the Trojans. Gets it off to Koster. Back in the hands of Mola. Another three. And off the mark. They're going to get Charlie Lynn with a foul.
Yeah, Crossan.
Well, Charlie Lynn.
I'll be darned.
Charlie Lynn called with a clear out. Beloit will have the ball underneath their own basket. Third team foul for the Minneapolis Lions. Ball gets it in the hands of Crone. Crone back to the top of the key to Schamberg. Schamberg over to Ludwig. Ludwig back to Muller. Back to Schamberg. And stolen by Logan Weedle. Logan will bring it down. He's got some pressure and can't finish it, but he's going to be fouled. Logan did a nice job of stepping in the passing lane there, getting the steal. Couldn't quite finish it, though, but he'll go to the line for two. Excuse me. Koster with the foul. Weedle at the line. Makes the first one. Second one coming for the Lions. Tied up at 13, 24.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Second shot is good. Ball will be in the hands of Schamberg for the Trojans to set it up. Schamberg will bring it to the left-hand side. Crossover dribble, takes it in, gets it back to Moeller. Moeller looks at a three. Back to Schamberg, back to Catlin for three, and that's a burner right there. 5 seconds. Darrell will have to get it off, and they're not going to do it.
No foul!
So
just incredible.
we got called with that one in the girls' game. 16-14, the Trojans with the lead.
Practice what I preach here, guys.
Yeah, I was going to say something, but I'm trying to keep my calm a little bit better than I did in the girls' game, and I apologize for that. So at the end of the first quarter, Beloit Trojans with the lead, 16-14. You're listening to 910canada.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex, Salina, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars, new GMC trucks and SUVs. Serving their customers since 1957, Bennett Autoplex, Salina.
The State Bank of Delphus and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
CNR Plating would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season. CNR Plating, a Lions sports backer.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas for the start of the second quarter. 16-14 Beloit with the lead. Moeller will inbounds for the Trojans. Gets it in the hands of Schamberg. Schamberg guarded by Weedle. Gets it nearly stolen by Argenbright, and it will go off the hands of Casey. Stay with the Trojans. Catlin inbounds for the Trojans. Back to Schamberg. Schamberg gets it inside. Swing pass over to Moeller. Catlin for three. Catlin hits a big one on the outside for three. 19-14, Trojans with 5-point lead. Argenbright breaks the press. Shot in the lane, up and good. Nice job, Casey Argenbright. Ball will go back in the hands of Schamberg to set it up. I don't even have number 51, guys.
I don't either.
So, big guy for Beloit in there. And Grayson George for three. Off the front of the rim. And no good. Rebound goes in the hands of the Trojans. Swing pass over to Catlin. Moeller. Shot up and off the mark, rebounded by Crossan. Back to Argenbright. 19-16. Beloit Lions with the ball. Trojans with the lead here. Ball goes back to McCulloch to the top of the key, back to Argenbright. Casey looks down low to Grayson. And Grayson gets it swatted out of bounds.
And it goes off his leg, too. It's going to be Beloit ball.
Grayson will come out as Tyrell Owens checks in, as well as Charlie Lynn, as Grayson and Crossan will have a seat.
Eckert suited up, so the arm must be getting healed.
Good job, Charlie Lynn. Great hustle by Charlie Lynn. Oh, just can't quite save it in the hands of Tyrell Owens, but great hustle by Charlie Lynn. Catlin for three, off the mark, rebounded by Weedle, as Logan comes down with a rebound. Back to McCulloch. From the free throw line, up and good. Great job, Keegan McCulloch. 19-18, back to the 1-point ball game here. 6:04 left to go in the second quarter. Schamberg will bring it down for the Trojans. Guarded by Weedle. Gets it back in the hands of Brummer. Brummer back to the big guy, which we don't know who that is. So we'll go back to Brummer at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Back to Moeller. Moeller back to Brummer. Schamberg for three, and it's off the mark. Rebounded by Weedle. Schamberg had a good look, and it looked good from our vantage point, but a little flat.
Back rammed it.
McCulloch in the lane. Nice job, Keegan McCulloch.
Good finish.
Missed the layup. And Trojans will bring it down the other way. Schamberg with the ball, back to Moeller. Back to Catlin. Catlin from the free throw line, up and good. Catlin, we can see why. He's a pretty good ball player. Got a nice soft touch. Casey Argenbright will be fouled. Foul will be called on number 33, Luke Schamberg. Checking in for the Trojans will be Lane Coster. He checks in for Moeller. Owens inbounds into McCulloch. Shot up and good. Nice turnaround shot by McCulloch. Great look by Owens to find him on the inbounds play. 21-20. Trojans with the lead. Schamberg with the ball. Gets it over to Bremer. Oh, nice inlet pass into number 51. And still not sure who that is. Argenbright with the ball back to McCulloch. And he'll get fouled going to the, on the floor it's called. Fouls on number, Zach Bremer, number 35. His first personal foul. Owens to inbounds. Wheel on the inbounds, gets it back to McCulloch. Shot up and good by McCulloch. Keegan having a great game so far tonight, guys.
If I can put the ball on the floor, he gets into the paint, and so far tonight, Keegan has been deadly.
23-22, Trojans turn the ball over. Minneapolis will have the ball. Keegan will inbounds it to Argenbright.
Well, that's good recognition by the senior with George on the bench, the leading scorer, so someone's got to take up the slack. Keegan doing a great job here in the first half.
Owens back to Weedle. Weedle into Charlie Lynn, back to Owens. Back to McCulloch from the free throw line. Up and no good. Rebound by Schamberg.
And missed many.
Catlin with the ball. Drives all the way in and he will be fouled. Driving to the floor. They call it on the floor.
Wow, that's a wild call.
Yeah.
Weedle, the fouler.
2-3.
And Argenbright will come out as John Michael Darrow will come in. J. Mike, is that what they call it?
Close.
Shot up, no good, but rebound on the inside. I wonder if that's
Zandusky, is that what they said?
Nymensky?
Nymensky?
Yeah, Nymensky.
Nymensky, maybe. 41, should be number 51. Logan Wheel off the mark, rebounded by McCulloch.
Over the back.
And foul will be called.
Brummer's second.
Called on 35. Yeah, Brummer, you're right. Sorry about that. Beloit gets some more subs in, so will Minneapolis as they get Crossing in. Logan Weedle inbounds. Nice job by Charlie Lynn as he gets a breather as Crossing comes in. Owens with the ball back to Darrow. Knocked out of bounds off of Coster. It'll stay with the Lions. As Owens will inbounds for Minneapolis. Gets it into Darrow. Darrow back to Weedle. Darrow back to McCulloch. Into Crossing. Crossing gets his man up in the air, out the glass, can't get it in, and it's picked up by Darrow. Back to Owens. Back to Darrow for a deep three, off the front of the rim. Would have been a half a step closer, he would have drained that. And shot is up and no good. Foul will be called on Weedle as Moeller will go to the line to shoot two. 25-22, Beloit with the lead. Argenbright getting ready to check in. First shot by Moeller is up and good. 5'11" senior drains the first one. It's 26-22, 2:55 left to go in the first half. Argenbright checks in for Logan Weedle. Second shot coming by Moeller. Shot is up and good. Gets them both. Argenbright will bring it down for the Lions. Full court press. And then a foul is going to be called on number 14, Coster. Is a little bit of pressure defense there. Kind of bailed us out on that one, Mike.
Yes, he did.
Owens from the side, up and off the mark. Rebounded by Tyrell almost came down with that one. Tips out in the last second. Coster with the ball back to Catlin. Catlin tries all the way in. Shot up and good. Puts it off the glass. Minneapolis will set it up. 29-22, 7-point lead for the Trojans. Argenbright on the right-hand side. Picks up his dribble, goes into Crossan. Fronts his man, up, no good. Rebounded by Crone.
Kind of a drought here on the offensive end.
And Beloit had been hitting up until that point. So
Minneapolis finds themselves behind by 7 with 2:02 left in the first half.
Lions will call a timeout to talk about it. It's a 30-second timeout. We will go ahead and take one with them. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. The Scott Osherman Agency is the place to go. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for over 80 years. Call the Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School linebackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the...
Welcome back to Minneapolis, to Beloit. Minneapolis trailing right now by 7. Argenbright will set it up. 2 minutes left in the half. Casey picks up his dribble, gets it back to McCulloch. Back to Argenbright. Back to Darrow. Back to McCulloch. They're guarding McCulloch a lot closer now. Nice pass into Darrow. Great look by Keegan McCulloch. Darrow was right underneath, and nice finish there by J-Mike. 29-24. Ball into the hands of Crone. Shot is up, no good. Foul will be on McCulloch. His, I believe, first personal foul. So Crone will go to the line to shoot 2.
Keegan got his money's worth there.
He
It's
did.
a good foul, for sure.
Prevented the bucket from being in. Crone puts up his first one, and it's no good. Second shot coming by Crone. Second shot is up, and he gets it.
No basket.
No basket. Somebody was in lane violation for Beloit. So did they take that point off? I don't think they did. There they go. So full court press put on by Beloit. Minneapolis will get it inbounds. Gets it into Darrow. Into Charlie Lynn. Back to Darrow. Darrow crosses the timeline. Picks up his dribble. Goes back to Argenbright. Minute left. And stolen. Casey Argenbright nearly got the thievery right there.
Wow, that was a heck of a play by Casey. Prevented the easy layup by Crone.
Crone will go back for a one-on-one.
Crone just there missed one, made one, but the infraction was denied. About what he makes.
Second shot coming by 5'10" junior Crone. Shot is up and off the mark. And a rebound by Catlin, and he gets it in. Ball was tipped around a couple times, and Catlin in the right spot at the right time and comes away with it. Ball in the hands of McCulloch. McCulloch will bring it down to set it up. Back to Darrow. Darrow back to Macy. Macy back to Lynn. Lynn back to Argenbright. Argenbright. Minneapolis working the one shot. 32-24, down by 8. So 25 seconds left here in the first half.
Coach is trying to get George in the game.
So, and they call timeout. So they call timeout with 15 seconds left to set the offense.
Walk around that way. We have a lot of cables here.
Trying to get Logan Weedle and George in the contest for the last second shot of the first half, and finally just had to call the timeout. 15 seconds left in the first half. Minneapolis down 8, 32-24.
Where do you go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you will encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Farm Bureau's wide range of insurance and financial products help protect what's most important, your family, auto, home, and other possessions. Call your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Minneapolis, George Dressy. Farm Bureau.
Welcome back to Beloit. Grayson George to inbounds the ball. Gets it into Darrow. 14 seconds back to Weedle, back to Darrow. 8 seconds as they'll set it up. Darrow a deep 3, and it's up and off the mark. And Shoot's not happy about that one. So not happy about the play, the setup there, as they tried to get an open look on the 3. J. Mike had an open look, but it was NBA range.
Yeah, it was just off the heel to the rim. It was close, and Minneapolis gets a good look and find themselves down 8 points here at the end of the first half. Pretty well played first half. It was...
First quarter was good.
First quarter was good. First quarter was good. Kind of hit a slump there in the second quarter, but Beloit definitely outscored us in the second.
Your leading scorer sitting on the bench, it's kind of hard to generate the offense. Minneapolis found themselves a little lackluster on that end, and George back in for the last second shot, but didn't get a look.
Well, we will go ahead and take a break, and we'll be back with some stats. You're listening to 910kna.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Perry and Dale Leach here as Minneapolis Lions trail 32-24 as a rough shooting half in the second quarter for the Lions, and Beloit takes the lead at the halftime. But that first quarter was very well played by the Lions, and I hope I don't jinx it here, the officiating's been much better in the first half of the boys' game than we saw in the girls' game.
Looked like a different officiating crew.
Yeah, it did. It really did. I don't know.
It's either that, maybe our girls were just playing slower.
Man, may have been too, so I don't know. But needless to say, Minneapolis trails by 8 at the half. Mike, why don't you run through some stats and we'll talk about some actions needed.
Well played first half by both teams. Minneapolis found themselves with their leading scorer on the bench the whole second quarter. So the offense kind of lacked just a little bit in that respect. But let me give you some point totals. For Beloit, Catlin, leading scorer of the ball game so far with 12 points, had a big second quarter.
Quiet points too.
Schamberg.
I was going to say, is that all?
Yeah.
Schamberg had 2, Moeller had 9. Brummer had 4, and Slade Crone had 1. And the infamous number 51 is...
We think it's Alex Nymiski.
Nymiski had 4, and he played well when he was in there. For Minneapolis, Argenbright with 2 points, Grayson George with 5 points, and not too many minutes played in the first half, sitting the bench with 2 personal fouls, along with Logan Weedle with 2 personal fouls. Logan ended up with 5 points. Crossan did not score, but had a chance to put a couple in down low. Keegan McCulloch, all world in the second quarter, leads the Lions with 10 points. Charlie Lynn played but did not score. John Michael Holdero had an easy bucket down low and had a three at the end of the first half that just hit off the heel of the rim. It was close to going in. Minneapolis trailing by 8, 32-24.
It's something that we're going to have to, in the second half, Mike, we're going to have to find a way to get the ball distributed, and we're going to have to find a way to hit some of those buckets, because right now they have been defending us very well from three-point range. You know, they scouted us well, and we have not had very many open looks. The ones we've taken have been well behind the arc. Logan had an open look, but that was about it. So Minneapolis trails by 8 as we're about 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from the start of the second half. And Mike, what are some other keys that the Lions are going to have to do here in the second half?
I think Minneapolis doing a good job on the boards. They're blocking out very well, and I think they're rebounding good enough. Beloit, on the other hand, just has not missed. They're shooting pretty good percentage from the floor and working the ball in there. They're hitting their shots fairly decent.
That's really a big difference, because we really haven't been careless with the ball all that much.
They've hit lights out. They hit a couple three-pointers. They've been pretty good from the Boyd really hasn't hurt us from the free throw line, but they've hit some field goals, haven't they?
Well, we need to finish in close. We've had it in down on the low block 2 or 3 times and just not able to put the ball in the hoop. We need to get a little scoring in the paint and continue to get an open look from the outside. I think we'll be fine if we can knock that down. Beloit doing a good job guarding the perimeter right now, though.
Yeah, they are. As far as depth there goes, Beloit's been running some players in as well, about 9 deep. So it will create a challenge, but this will be a good test for the Lions to come out here and try to fight back from a deficit, being down 8 points.
Yes, they're going to have to keep Grayson George on the floor. Point totals, someone else is going to have to pick up the slack, but when you got a guy that averages 18, 20 points a ball game sitting on the bench, it's tough. So fouls, those two are the only two in foul trouble, Logan Weedle and Grayson George.
Yep, exactly. So as we're about ready to start the second half, as Minneapolis and the Beloit Trojans 32-24, Trojans with the lead at the start of the third quarter as Grayson George will inbounds the ball.
Coster and Brummer have 2 fouls apiece for Beloit. Possession arrow to Minneapolis to start the second half.
I'm going to have to stand up here. So Grayson George to inbounds. Grayson gets it into Weedle. Back to Grayson. Looks into McCulloch. McCulloch. Nice little move inside and up and good. Great job. That's a good key right there. McCulloch has to come out and have an all-world night tonight. He had a great first half.
Nice jump stop. Keegan under control with a nice head and shoulder fake. There's a nice steal.
Shot up and off the mark by Argenbright. Rebounded by Brummer. Casey couldn't hit the runner. Ball will go back to the Trojans. Catlin with the ball, back to Schamberg. Schamberg will drive.
Travel.
And he walked with it. Good call, Dale. I didn't see it. I had a body walk right in front of me. I didn't see it as... So, Lloyd will pick up the full court press. Argenbright's bring it down and set it up. Back to Grayson. Let's say somebody was open down there. Crossing down low is up and good. Great job by Keegan McCulloch to find Dillon underneath. 32-28, Minneapolis back within 4 here. 7 minutes left in the third quarter.
Couple really nice passes there. Dillon all alone on the backside finishes.
Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by McCulloch. Keegan will bring it down himself. Keegan puts it up, and good. Nice job by Keegan McCulloch. Catlin tried to get the charge, but it apparently took a step as he went in. McCulloch puts it in and gets it going.
Keegan went out of his way to stay out of the contact right there, but Catlin moved over, undercut him just a little bit. The basket counts, and the N1.
Shot is up and off the mark, 32-30. Trojans with the lead. Schamberg will bring it down to set it up for Beloit. Gets it over to Moeller. Moeller on the outside, back to Catlin. Catlin back to Schamberg for three. Off the mark, rebounded by McCulloch. Up to Argenbright. Keegan McCulloch just going down low and getting some huge rebounds. Grayson goes past, back to Grayson. Shot up and off the mark. And there's going to be a foul. Going to be called on Dylan Crossan.
I believe so.
Dylan called with the foul. His first personal. Coster checks in for the Trojans. As Catlin will bring it down to set it up. It's back to Coster, back to Moeller. Moeller on the outside. Picks up his dribble, goes back to Coster. Back to Moeller. Back to Catlin. Catlin will drive, back to Moeller. Looks at a three, drives, back to Coster. Coster puts up a shot off the mark and rebound on the inside up and good. Rebound by Crone, and he puts it back in and good.
Foul on McCulloch.
So Keegan gets his second personal. His second personal foul.
Got him for 2, yes.
Free throw is up and good as it's back to a 5-point lead for the Trojans. Grayson George will bring it down for the Lions. Double team at the top. Gets it into McCulloch from the free throw line, up and good. Nice job by Keegan to see the open look and take it. And Keegan doing a great job here.
That's his shot, well within his range.
That should be off of the board.
Red.
Oh. Oh. Wow. Called off a red. Stay with Beloit. Moeller will inbounds for the Trojans. Ball goes into Catlin. Catlin at the top of the key, guarded by Grayson George. Back on the outside, they look down low. And Dylan Crossan's going to be called with his third personal.
I just got him with 2.
Okay. Second personal. So Charlie Rim will come in and try to muscle around Brummer a little bit.
Very capable.
Absolutely. Moeller inbounds it to Crone. Crone back to Moeller. Moeller back to Crone. Crone picks up his dribble, goes back to Catlin. Catlin in the corner to Moeller. Back to Catlin. Minneapolis defense a lot tighter, 2-3 zone. A lot tighter, a little bit more spread. Moeller on the outside takes the three-point shot off the front, and a rebound by Crone. And foul called on the floor. They wave off the basket. Foul called on Keegan McCulloch. Third personal on Keegan. All go in. Three-point shot, well off the mark. And Moeller throwing elbows everywhere. Gets the ball on the outside to Catlin. Moeller back to Catlin. Catlin on the outside. Catlin had a great first half for Beloit. Crone. Great job by Charlie Lynn as Charlie fronts Brummer down low. And a foul is going to be called on Moeller as he grabbed a hold of Grayson George.
You know, Minneapolis tightening up that defense down there, really good man-to-man defense for Minneapolis.
Casey Argenbright will sit down and John Michael Darrow will come in. As Grayson will inbounds for the Lions. Gets it into Charlie Lynn. Back to McCulloch. Back to Weedle. Deep three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Maisky, I think. I know I'm not pronouncing that right, so.
And he had a good first half.
Catlin with the ball. On the outside of Schamberg. Schamberg back to Catlin. Catlin back on the outside goes to Coster. Catlin in the lane. Red ball called on Beloit. Didn't see who it's on. We'll find out here.
Player control foul, I think, is on Catlin.
Yep. Called on. No.
That's on Ludwig.
Ludwig must have pushed off on the rebound. So McCulloch will inbounds. Keegan will bring it down. Gets it into Charlie Lynn. Back to McCulloch. Back to Darrow travels with it. Yep. Took an extra step. Driving to the hole. Nice pass by McCulloch.
Beautiful pass. Back door. Had him headed there. Beloit came to meet John Michael. Would have been a tough shot.
Foul called.
Charlie Lynn, I believe.
I think they're going to get McCulloch as the way Keegan's looking there. Oh, good deal. Good deal. Charlie Lynn called with foul. His second personal foul. Macy will check in for Logan Weedle. 35-32, 3:33 left to go here. Nice little inlet pass into Namitzky. And then the turnover by the Lions. Catlin inbounds for the Trojans. Gets it back into Catlin at the top of the key. And there's a turnover the other direction. So,
those even up.
Beloit pressure defense has been pretty tough tonight. Grayson George will break the press. Back to Darrow. And then McCulloch.
Out of travel.
Keegan gets caught shuffling his feet as he spins too quick and spins both feet. Turnover. 37-32, Trojans with the lead. Moeller checks in for Catlin for the Trojans.
Well, we need to get Grayson going here.
Moeller will go on the inside, gets it back to Moeller. Over to Ludwig. Ludwig on the outside. Back to Maitsky. And there's back to Charlie Lynn, back to Darrow with the steal. Oh, yep. Turnover called on the Lions. Very close, but I think he did pawn the ball.
Twice.
So, ball goes to Ludwig, back to Coster. Coster back to Moeller, back to Coster. It's back on the outside. Oh, McCulloch is going to get called with the foul. And that'll be his fourth personal. Is that right? Yep. As he got some ball, but also apparently got some body there. At the line will be Coster. First throw is up and off the mark.
McCulloch, with 16 points in this ball game, is going to find some bench here as he just picks up his fourth foul early, or right midway through the third period here.
Second shot coming for Coster. 37-32, Trojans with the lead. Second shot is up, and it's all.
Wow, what an air ball. As luck would have it, Beloit, not a really very good free throw shooting team so far tonight.
37-32. 3:24 to go. Oh, we throw it away.
And a turnover by the Lions, and results in a bucket by Moeller. Minneapolis careless on the inbounds. John Michael Darrow, and another turnover. Schamberg with the ball, and he walks with it.
Well, the turnovers are killing us here.
2 in a row.
Can't get the ball in, and
Macy with the ball and can't finish it. And he'll go to the free throw line.
On the Miskey.
I still think that's got to be Alex Vinsky. So Macy at the line. First throw is off the mark. Minneapolis had it to within one, but they've kind of gone on a little dry spell here. 39-32. Second throw coming. Gets it to fall. Beloit will get in a couple players as Brummer and Catlin check in. Dylan Crossan as well as Logan Weedle check in. So
2 minutes left, third quarter. Minneapolis down 6. Beloit with the ball. And we need to stop right here.
Nearly pulled his foot there, off the close. Nice drive by Caleb Moeller as he uses his body in the glass and gets the bucket. Owens looks down low to Crossan. Crossan in the lane, off the mark.
Goodness.
And goes back the other direction. 41-33, back to an 8-point ball game. Moeller with the ball at the top of the key. So, gets it back out. Moeller for 3. And off the mark, Logan Weedle with the rebound. First time down the floor that they haven't scored. Ball shot missed by Darrow. And it'll go the other direction. Rebound by Crossan. Moeller, a quick slasher. God had another one there. Owens on the outside, back to Darrow. 49 seconds left. Minneapolis calls a timeout. So, Lions call a timeout, so we will go ahead and take one with them. You're listening to 910KNA.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Bennett Autoplex supports the Minneapolis Lions. At Bennett Autoplex, Salina, you'll find a small-town family atmosphere with great prices on new and used cars, new GMC trucks and SUVs. Serving their customers since 1957, Bennett Autoplex, Salina.
The State Bank of Delphos and the Ottawa County Bank in Minneapolis are locally owned community banks, committed to making your banking experience as easy and personal as possible. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
CNR Plating would like to take this time to thank their many friends and customers for making their business what it is today. Kevin also wants to wish the Minneapolis Lions a great season.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas. 41-33, 49 seconds left in the third quarter. Lions trail by 8. They had it within 1, Mike.
We're right there, and the turnover bug has got us.
Darrow with a deep 3 off the mark and rebounded by the Trojans. Back on the outside. It's in the hands of Schamberg. Back to Brummer. Brummer guarded by Charlie Lynn. Good job by Charlie to front him. Back over to Catlin. Catlin get double teamed. Back to Schamberg. And the bucket is up and good by Crone. 11 seconds. And the turnover. Another turnover. It'll go the other direction. And up and good at the buzzer. Wow. Beloit increases their lead to 45-33, and they go on a huge run right there, guys. And
we got up to, 32 points quick out of the third quarter, start of third quarter, and we scored 1 or 2 points since.
Exactly. As a matter of fact, I think Beloit went on about a 10-0 run. So we'll take a break. 45-33, Beloit with the lead. We'll be back for the fourth quarter.
CNR Plating, a Lions sports backer. If you're searching for the right insurance to fit your needs, look no further. The Scott Osherman Agency is the place to go. American Family Insurance has been providing security and peace of mind for over 80 years. Call the Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, your American Family Insurance agent.
City Pharmacy has brought to you quality professional pharmaceuticals since 1963. Joe and Amber Wool will help you with your medications, durable medical equipment, cosmetics, gifts, and greeting cards. Your hometown pharmacy, City Pharmacy, downtown Minneapolis.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas for the start of the fourth quarter. Minneapolis got a big hole to dig out of here, Mike.
12-point deficit. Beloit with the ball to start the fourth quarter. And Minneapolis not playing well.
No, they're not. Grayson George giving some pressure to Catlin. Argenbright on Moeller. Nice block by, how is that not a foul on McCulloch? McCulloch will come away with it.
Wow. Boy, they call that on us.
And then we turn the ball over. On the outside to Schamberg. Schamberg pressuring some defense. And there should be a foul on, my goodness. Moeller just plowed Weedle, and they give it to Beloit. Good hustle by Logan Weedle. So ball will go on the inside to Moeller. Moeller back out to Catlin. Catlin gets it back to Schamberg. Schamberg will drive in, kicks it back out to Crone, and Crone will be fouled. So 5. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
That's what I saw.
5th foul on Keegan McCulloch. And Keegan has been our scoring threat all night, and he's had a great ball game, but he's done for. And Charlin will check in for Keegan McCulloch. A technical. No, it's not a technical foul. So you hear all kinds of things. Crone at the line to shoot two-shot foul, and off the front of the rim is first one. Beloit still only with 14 fouls. Second shot coming by Crone. And it is up, and it is good. Number 14 for the Trojans, Lane Coster, checks in. Grayson George will bring it down for the Lions. Grayson. And he'll be fouled.
Goodness.
Cannot get it to fall. And they call it on the floor.
Yeah, he's going to the free throw line to shoot, and he calls it on the floor. Okay.
That's
Brummer's third foul.
Grayson inbounds. Back to Casey. Shot up and good. Nice job, Casey Argenbright. Casey did a great job of driving in the lane, goes up against Brummer. Brummer holds his ground, and Casey goes over. Nice job,
right
Casey.
over the top of him. Great shot.
Well, they missed one foul up here in front of the Beloit bench, and they did get Casey for the second foul down low. So. Beloit will go to the line. as Mueller, I'm assuming he's going to be a pretty good free throw shooter. Makes the first one. 47-35, 6:41 left to go in this ball game. As Darryl will check out and checking in, Lynn will check out, Darryl will check in.
John Michael will give us a little more three-point shooting threat.
What was that call?
It hit the cable, and that is out of bounds.
Good eyes, Mike. I did not see that. Full court press picked up by Beloit. Minneapolis to inbounds. Gets it into Weedle. Bring it down to set it up.
I was going to make a comment about the call, but Mr. Meckel's going to have me in trouble anyway, so I better not.
Grayson George on the outside. And be called on the floor. Dylan Crossan got a rebound down low and gets it out to Grayson. Grayson will get fouled on the floor, and it'll stay with Minneapolis. Darrow to inbounds. Gets it into Weedle. And Crossan. Crossan turnaround shot up and good. Nice job by Dylan Crossan.
Boy, we get that ball down on the low block, and Crossan with that spin move. That's, I think that suits him just fine. That was a nice shot by Dylan.
Schamberg back to Catlin for three. And that should be back to the cable. So,
absolutely. Good call.
Hargan back to inbounds. Back to Grayson George. 5:53 left to go, 10-point ball game. Grayson drives, shot up and off the mark. Crossan with the rebound. Up to Grayson. Can't get it to fall. And Brummer comes down with it.
Wow. Not our night.
Not our night. Not our night at all. So Logan Weedle called with a foul. And at the line will be Crone. So, Tyrell Owens will check in as well. 5:30 left to go, and almost looks like we're winded as well. Then, of course, full court press, the press defense.
Beloit is extending their defense. It makes you exert a little more energy, but really, he's been rotating in and out. Crone finally hits a free throw.
So, unfortunately. 48-37. Second shot coming. And he gets them both fall. Checking in will be number 14, Coster checks in for the Trojans. Darrow to inbounds. Gets it across him. Back to Darrow. Back to Macy. Macy on the outside. Drives. Can't get the runner to fall. Goes back to the Trojans. Coster to set it up. Back to Schamberg. Excuse me. And a foul called off. Beloit.
Player control foul on Beloit, Minneapolis.
Only Crone's first personal foul. Grayson inbounds. Back into Darrow. Darrow will bring it down for the lines. Breaks the press nicely. Gets it into Crossan up and good. Nice pass by Darrow. Good finish by Crossan.
Nice finish by Dillon. Wish we could have had a couple of those in the first half.
And a steal by Dylan Crossan and a foul, no call. Dillon takes it all the way in, and he can't get it to fall. But Dillon was fouled at the top of the key.
He definitely was. They got him twice.
Can't get it to finish, so he'll go to the line to try to get the one-on-one. Crossan's first shot coming, and it's good. Dylan Crossan gets the first one to fall.
Well, there's a lot of time left in this contest. Minneapolis will have it down to an 8-point lead if Dillon can hammer this one in.
Second shot is up and in and out, but Grayson George with the rebound and the putback can't get it to fall, but he's fouled. Good rebound by Grayson George.
Had a hard time. Fourth foul, too.
Had a hard time finishing tonight.
We have.
So, Grayson with a good one.
This would be the first points of the second half for Grayson George if he can knock him down. 5 in the first half. He hadn't scored since early.
And it's off. Logan Weedle will check in for Kyler Macy. Good minutes by Kyler.
Well, you got to make your free throws late in the game, and we missed a couple here.
Second one is up and good. 8-point ball game. 4:30 left to go in the ball game. Timeout called by Eilert for the Beloit Trojans, so we will take one with them. 4:27 left to go in the ball game. 49-41 Beloit with the lead.
The Minneapolis Junior-Senior High School linebackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast to the Lions games. Join them as they support student activities and the teachers of Minneapolis Junior-Senior High School. Go Lions, we're with you all the way.
Where do you go when you need groceries? Jeans IGA, of course. Jeans is proud to be a sponsor of Minneapolis sports and hopes that you will encourage your children to be as competitive in the classroom as they are in sports. Jeans IGA, a proud sponsor of today's game.
Farm Bureau's wide range of insurance and financial products help protect what's most important, your family, auto, home, and other possessions. Call your Farm Bureau Financial Services agent in Minneapolis, George Dressy. Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas, 49-41, 4:27 left to go. Minneapolis trying to get back in this, Mike. But
they're starting to play fairly decent ball here. We're getting to the free throw line and doing a pretty good job on the defensive end, but really we aren't shooting well down the paint and, well, anywhere actually. But we're still in this thing.
Yep, it is Schamberg with the ball guarded by Darrow. Back to Muller. Muller guarded by Owens. Swing pass on the outside. Catlin looks at a wide open three. Off the mark, and there's an over the back call. My gosh, I would hope so. And that should be 5. That should be 5 on Brummer. So Dylan Crossan will go the other direction, and we're in the double bonus now. Crossan at the line. First shot coming by Dylan is up and good. Nice job by Dylan Crossan. Meitzke.
I'll take it. That's close.
Second shot coming by Dylan Crossan.
This big free throw here, Scott, makes it a 2-possession ball game.
And he gets it. Nice job, Dylan Crossan. 49-43, 6-point ball game here. Catlin is going to be fouled by Darrow. And Catlin will go to the line as there will be in the double bonus as well. Darrell with his first personal foul. Her shot is up and good by the senior Aaron Catlin for a solid ball player.
Yeah, I don't think we want to foul him.
Yeah, I don't think so either. 6'2", very solid ball player. Second one is up and he makes them both. Coster checks in for Schamberg, I believe. Full court press picked up by the Lions. Darrell will bring it down for the Lions. Back to Weedle. Weedle on the outside. Back to the right-hand side. Back to Grayson George. Grayson drives, puts it up, and cannot get ball. And they finally hand the ball off, and Catlin will bring it down the other direction. Catlin should be a... Oh my goodness, Tyrell Owens called with a foul as he had to fight through the pick.
Yeah, I thought Crown had thrown out the chicken wing there in the shoulder a little bit. Oh, good. Catlin misses. We do have to convert on the other end, though, that's for sure.
Second shot coming by Catlin is up and he makes it. So, Schamberg checks in for Coster. Argenbright to inbounds. Gets it to Weedle. Weedle back to Argenbright. Casey back in the ball game. Back to Grayson. Grayson in the lane up and good. Finally, Grayson finishes. He's had a rough night tonight, but he finally finishes it right there. And
time by that one.
He'll have and one here.
Good job.
6-point ball game. Sorry about that. 52-46. Charlie Lynn checks in for Crossan.
Man-to-man defense all over the court. Minneapolis trying to create a turnover here.
3:15 left to go here in the ball game. Oh my goodness! Wow. Called on Catlin as player control. Catlin gets the Schamberg called with his fourth personal foul.
Big foul right there.
That was a big foul.
They had numbers and an easy basket. Just got to play under control.
Logan Weedle breaks the press. Gets back to Grayson George. Grayson picks up his dribble. Back to Argenbright. 3 seconds called on Dylan Crossan. Wow.
Well, they've been wanting that call all night long. A lot of people have been yelling for it, and finally, they get their wish. 3-second call.
Mullard inbounds. Foul's going to be called on Minneapolis. That will send Crone to the line. Third personal foul by Grayson George, is that right?
Yes.
Crone to the lines to shoot 2. Shot is up and good. Heck of a time to start making. I guess he did make 3 earlier, so fairly decent free throw shoot. Not what we want, guys. Second shot coming. Up and off the front of the rim, rebound by Grayson George. Grayson will bring it down. Shot up and good. Nice job, Grayson. And Coach will call a timeout.
There's still a lot of time left in this game, guys. We're just down 5.
53-48. We will take a break. 2:43 left to go in the ball game. You're listening to 910canada.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8.
Roth Repair has been a fixture in Minneapolis for some time now. Fixture, get it? Roth Repair can fix, replace, maintain, patch, build, remodel, and mend just about anything. The work is professional and the cost is reasonable. Roth Repair, Minneapolis. Call them today if you need something done right the first time.
Let's make it delicious. Let's make it fast. Let's make it a meal from KT's in downtown Minneapolis. KT's, home of the almost world-famous hamburger. KT's wishes the Lions best wishes during the upcoming season.
Bennington State Bank is proud to sponsor the Minneapolis Lions this season. They're proud to be a part of their great community and strive for excellence in their school curriculum and athletics. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank, with offices in Bennington, Minneapolis, Salina, and Wamego. Member
FDIC. I keep cutting that off.
Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas. Minneapolis within 5. 2:43 left to go in the ball game. 53-48.
Young man running the camera here for Coach Shoup says another bucket, and it's going to be wild here. I'd have to agree. Minneapolis, if we can get a stop here.
And it's going to be turned over right there. That's exactly what we wanted. So nice job by Charlie Lynn over there on defending it. And checking in will be Logan Weedle and Dylan Crossan. Grayson George to inbounds for the Lions. Grayson to pull the trigger, gets it into Argenbaugh. Casey bring it down to set it up. Shot over to Darrow, up and off the mark, and can't get the ball to fall. And it goes the other direction, and there's a wise foul by Darrow there. Muller will go to the line, but Minneapolis missed an open look right there. Muller at the line to shoot 2 here. Shot is up and good. They've definitely got their free throw shooters out on the floor here. Second shot is up and it is in and out. Rebounded by Grayson George. They've given us opportunities, guys. And the turnover. Like I said, they've given us opportunities.
Wow.
We just cannot seem to finish on it. 54-48, 2:25 left to go. Logan Weedle to bring it down. Back to Grayson George. Shot up and in and out. And foul's going to be on Casey Argenbaugh. Rough shooting night tonight, guys. Charlie Lynn will check in for Minneapolis. Catlin at the line. Up, no good. Crossan will check out. Charlie Lynn checks in. On the floor for the Lions is Darrow, Argenbaugh, George, Lynn, and Weedle. Makes the second one count. Casey will bring it down to set it up. Casey breaks the press and is fouled, no call. And they get us for a call.
No, timeout.
Quick timeout.
So.
Beloit.
So we will go ahead and take a break. Here, 55-48, 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Beloit with the lead. You're listening to 910canada.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas. Muller inbounds for the Trojans. Gets it into Catlin. Back to Muller. And foul's going to be on Darrow right there. So Crossan, Weedle, and George will check back in. As Muller will go to the line They've been hitting 1 of 2.
1 of 2. Yep, consistently 50%.
Shot is up and makes the first one. Second shot coming by the senior. And it's up and off the mark. Rebound by Grayson George. 8-point ball game. Moeller called with foul.
Well, that's what Beloit does not want to do, is foul and put us at the free throw line. The clock stopped. Reach-in foul there on Moeller. Just his second.
Grayson just not having a good night tonight. Really struggling tonight. Second free throw shot is up and it's good. Gets it to fall. Lynn, Owens, and Macy check back in for Crossan, Weedle, and George.
Well, he has a quiet 14 points.
Yeah. But he's struggled.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Charlie missed the foul. Yeah, missed the foul early, but made up for it there.
Ludwig will come back. Ludwig will go to the line for 2 shots.
And Ludwig hadn't taken a shot all night, hardly, and I think that's a good foul right there.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. Yep. And it rolls in. Ludwig, let's see, a junior, 6'1" junior.
He's got a nice release on his shot.
Misses it, but gets his own rebound. Oh, great block by Grayson George. There should be a foul there, but they're going to call Dylan Crossan for it. Dylan called with a foul, and that will send Crone to the line. Shot is, wow. Nearly.
Wow.
Barely touched the rim there. Well, guys, they have given us every opportunity. We have just not been able to. We've not been able to finish. So, makes the second one.
I don't
just
think
not be able to finish though.
Yeah, Harley got a shot off here. Now, Beloit with a 9-point lead.
Logan Whittle brings it down. Back to Argenbright. Gets the runner to fall. Nice job, Casey Argenbright. And Casey wisely fouls Coster right there. So Coster will come the other direction and go to the line. Coster has missed, was at the line in the third quarter. We'll go to the line for shoot 2 here. 58-51. So, and he missed the first one. Second one coming. Shot is up, and it is off the mark, and it should be off of off of Minneapolis. So it went off Grayson George's hands. So not sure how. Charlie Lynn will check in, as well as Tyra Owens and Macy. So, minute 16, Minneapolis couldn't get that rebound, and because of that, we were going to put them back at the line, as Crone will go to the line to shoot 2, or not Crone, Schamberg will go to the line to shoot 2 here. Shot is up, and it is good. We're running out of tape time here, Dale.
Too many free throws.
So, Second shot coming by Schamberg. Shot is up, and it's off the mark. And an over the back call, no call, but the rebound goes to Beloit. And big rebound there by Crone.
Boy, we can't rebound.
You're going to run out of space there, buddy.
You better be sitting down when I tell you how many free throws they've shot here in just the fourth quarter.
I know. Incredible. Shot is up and missed. And
found the guy we want to foul, though. Crone with another miss.
And he can't get it to fall. Cannot get it to fall. My goodness. Garrett Doherty is going to check in for Darrow. Mullard inbounds. And foul is going to be on Charlie Lynn. So at the line will be number 30, Bob Ludwig. So he'll go back to the line.
These two free throws, and Beloit will have attempted 30 free throws in the fourth quarter.
I believe it. No field goals, guys.
Just the fourth quarter.
No field goals, all free throws. So, and they've missed some. They've given us plenty of opportunities. So, second one is up. He makes them both. 61-51 with a minute 3 left to go in the ball game.
I'm surprised they have any players left in the game.
And Grayson George back to Logan Weedle. Back to Argenbright. Shot is up. And he misses it. (61-51), less than a minute left, but not going to happen tonight. So Charlie Lynn will have his 5th foul, and he'll foul out. So at the line will be Ludwig, which made his last 2. So Minneapolis keeps switching players in and out. So
offense to defense.
Yep. Foul opportunity to foul opportunity. Misses the first free throw there. Second shot is up and makes it. Schamberg checks out and Koster checks in. Grayson George makes a 3. That's their first field goal in a while. And then we get the foul. Checking in for the first time this year, Jake Eckert checking in. Oh, he was about ready to check in. So
close.
So
they have to shoot the first free throw first.
Yep. So I don't think they're going to put him in. I think that's just going to let it go here. 63-54. Second shot coming. Makes them both. Grayson George will bring it down and set it up. Darrow for 3. And on the top of the backboard.
It's kind of the way it went.
Yep. Eckert checks in for the first time tonight. Great hustle by Kyler Macy. But he'll get called with a foul as they will send Aaron Catlin to the line for the Trojans. 30 seconds left here in the ball game, but crowd starting to clear out here as Catlin makes the first one.
.36 free throws.
Even the announcer getting sarcastic with lots of substitutions. Makes them both. Grayson George will bring it down. Deep three, and he makes it. Nice job, Grayson. As foul's called on Casey Argamot, that's his fifth, and he will sit down. Garrett Doherty will check in. Misses first one. 66 to 57. 16 seconds left to go in the ballgame. Second shot is up and misses them both. Crossing with the rebound. Back to Grayson George. For three, and it's off the front of the rim. Doherty with the rebound and the putback, no good. Grayson will step out for three, and it's off. And that's ballgame. 66 to 57, Beloit comes away with the victory tonight. Here as Lions miss an opportunity. So 66 to 57, we will go ahead and let's go ahead and take a break, guys, and we'll tally up some stats and we'll probably call it an evening quickly. So you're listening to 910canday.com as well as Eagle Communication Channel 8. Welcome back to Beloit, Kansas. Minneapolis comes up short tonight as Beloit comes away with, they win the JV, they win the varsity, and we can't come away with a victory tonight. So
they won everything.
Let's talk some scoring real quick, and we'll talk one key stat and just go from there.
Scoring for Beloit, Catlin led the way with 20 points. Schamberg had 5, Muller had 16, Brummer 4, Ludwig had 4, Krohn had 11, and Minsky had 6. For Beloit, for Minneapolis, Argenbright had 6, Grayson George had 18, Weedle had 5. Crossan had 9, all in the second half. Keegan McCulloch had 16, and he didn't even hardly play the fourth quarter. Fouled out early. Macy had 1 point, and John Michael had 2. On a cold shooting night by Minneapolis, Minneapolis puts Beloit at the free throw line for 37 attempts in the fourth quarter alone.
In the fourth quarter alone?
Yeah, I count right at 50 free throw attempts. But as luck would have it, 21 of 37 in the fourth quarter. If they would have hit closer to 75%, we'd probably gotten beat by 20.
What did George have for points?
18. But the other key to that is if we could have converted some of those, because we had a lot of opportunities, guys.
Yeah,
we had a lot of opportunities. We couldn't convert.
Mentioned it was a cold shooting night for Minneapolis, and on the short end of the score.
So, not much to say about this one other than you got to go back, you got to regroup, you now are kind of sitting in you're tied right now with Beloit in league standings
And Sacred Heart.
So you're gonna have to regroup, go to the Hoisington tournament, come away with a victory there, and get back into league play. And we will have another shot at Beloit, and we got to figure out a way to win up here because we are going to come back up here, possibly for sub-state. So Minneapolis comes up short tonight, and we will just a tough one right there. And guys, I'll let you talk for a second as I grab something.
Well, it's unfortunate. I've been waiting for this game to get over ever since the end of the third quarter. I saw the handwriting on the wall.
The free throw competition at the end made it kind of lengthy, and Beloit kind of let us hang in there late. We had it down to a 5-6 point lead, 2 possessions anyway, 6 points there late. And we were right there knocking on the door. If we could have finished just a couple of times down there, conversions we needed and didn't get them, and then we put Beloit at the free throw line.
These are games you just have to forget, go on, and hopefully we'll have a good tournament at Hoisington, and then we've got Clifton Clyde and Claflin, I think.
Yep.
After that, before we get back to league play, so
tough loss.
Be nice to get some wins again, and then see if we can. We're going to have to go to Sacred Heart, to Southeast Saline. The road won't be easy after this for league.
No,
we got
2 more tough ones.
Got to get after it. So, thanks for listening here tonight on 910KINA.com, Eagle Communications, and Channel 8 ECTV.
Now we will be back at are you and I doing the game on Tuesday? So we'll be on the air Tuesday. Mike will not be able to be with us, but Dale and I will be in Hoisington on Tuesday for the
3 o'clock girls game, 4:45 boys game.
And that's the girls play Russell and the boys play lacrosse. So, and lacrosse a 7 seed, but they're like 4 and 5, so or 5 and 4. I think they're 5 and 4 is what Coach Shute told us.
Yeah, they have a winning record.
So it's not going to be. It'll be interesting. So I'm not sure Coach Shute. He is going to come up and talk with us. So we will go ahead and. I'm not sure. I wouldn't want to come up and talk with us. Coach, I was just saying, as you're walking up here and you're coming up to talk to us, I said, boy, I sure wouldn't want to come up and talk to us. But
it's no big. I've been coming up here since Christmas break, and I think you guys think I've been joking, but I haven't been happy after any of our wins since Christmas break, and it's been coming. I mean, since the second day of practice back from Christmas break, I've been telling our kids, you got to learn how to handle success. And, the only difference between early tonight and a couple of the other nights is those stretches where we didn't play defense were longer. And we had a team that made baskets against that, and then we didn't. Bottom line, I mean, we had great shots. They just dared us to score inside, and we didn't. So, and then I think we got our daubers down. But, the problem is since break, we've been buttering our bread with offense. Before break, we were doing it with defense. This is what you get when you do it that way. So,
and they gave us plenty of opportunities in the fourth quarter.
Oh, yeah. I mean, look, like I told the kids, you play it the way you were playing it before break, you win. Going away. It's not even close. And I said, you'll get your chance again, but if you're going to play it this way, you're going to struggle the rest of the way. So we've got to make a decision on what we're going to be.
I looked up the clock. Still plenty of time left in the game. We had it down to a 2-possession ball game, and I was shaking my head. I just couldn't believe that we were there, and then we just had a couple of shots just wouldn't fall for us, and we were closer than I thought we would.
Yeah,
Lloyd at the free throw line in the fourth quarter, 30-some attempts, but and they helped us there. They didn't hit a very good percentage there. So
yeah, well, that was the plan. The way we were shooting the ball tonight, I didn't think we were going to do it by just trying to play them straight up. I figured we had to kill the clock and stretch the game, and on paper we're a better free throw shooting team than them, so I thought if we could at least get it to a free throw shooting contest, we'd have a chance to close the gap, but we just didn't seem able to to get to the line very much down on our end, even though we were driving the basket. But, we also missed quite a few shots going to the basket tonight, so we didn't need the free throws if we'd have just made the shots.
Yeah, like I said, we missed a lot of opportunities down low. Missed a lot of shots that had been falling for us that didn't fall tonight. You look at I hate to see a loss, but you come back at this and you got to refocus for the Hoisington tournament now. You got to go, and it's no slouch at the Hoisington tournament.
Oh no!
And we'll see how they react.
Yeah.
You'll have just one practice, won't you?
Yeah, but that's, what, practice isn't the issue right now. Our heads are, and I told the kids, I said, I'm not worried. I mean, there's no reason to get too flustered. I mean, we're not even halfway into the season right now. We've been talking all year, the last 6 games are the ones that count. So, we just got to show up on practice. I told them we got to tighten it up, and then we've got to come out. We've got 3 games at Hoisington, and we better play D. I mean, if we don't do anything else, we better defend people.
I will throw out probably the biggest positive, Keegan McCulloch.
Keegan played well offensively. He played well offensively, and that was nice to see. I thought he was aggressive with his decision making on the offensive end of it, and probably for him this game he probably played with the least amount of hesitation of any game. I mean, he just looked for a shot when he had it, and good things happened for him. So.
Yeah. So, well, Coach, we go to Hoisington on Tuesday. We talked before on the air against La Crosse. 5-4 team is I think what you told us.
Yeah.
Don't know much about them. Any components opponents that we know of?
Well, not that I know of yet. I've got some film on them. What I do know, what I've seen in the past is they've been a motion team. They'll run some man, they'll run some zone. But right now it doesn't matter. We just need to play. I mean, we show up and play. I don't care who we play. We're fine. We don't show up and play. I don't care who we play. We're not fine. It's not about winning or losing right now. It's about how we're taking the floor and how we're playing the game. And right now I don't like how we're playing the game. So
as a coach, I'm just going to throw this out there. You can throw me over the edge if you want. Do the fouls concern you sometimes in a game such as this when you get your leading scorer sitting on the bench for a whole quarter, and then Keegan, has kind of put the team on his shoulders there for a while and got to going, and then he's gone all of a sudden. But he'll get those fouls just quick, and
no, they don't concern me for this reason. The fouls we got tonight is because we weren't playing hard. Fouls haven't really been an issue for us, but maybe one other time this year when we're playing hard. The fouls we got tonight for Grayson and Keegan, and really for all guys up until that point where we started to foul on purpose to stretch the game, they were fouls because we were a step slow. Fouls because we were out of position. We just weren't focused mentally, and that's where those fouls came from. So fouls in and of themselves don't bother me. I'm a big believer. If you come out and play hard, you might get some early, but the rest will back off if that's the way you're playing. But when you play slow like we played tonight, then you get the bad ones that are pretty obvious. And so.
Yep. Well, Coach, we'll let you get to your team, but thanks for coming up and talking with us. And
thanks, guys.
We'll be back with you on Tuesday. Dale and I'll be back with you on Tuesday.
Okay.
So,
thank you. Appreciate it.
So Minneapolis, as we said earlier, comes up short tonight against Beloit, both the boys and the girls. Makes for an interesting bus ride home, I'm sure, and it gives the kids a chance to talk about some things and think about some things, and gives them a chance to make some adjustments, like Coach Shoup said. So, any closing comments, guys?
Well, it's finally over. Let's get on to next week.
Yep, let's move on. It's a good learning experience. Anytime you come up to Beloit and give it a pretty good go, and you think you could kind of run into the thought of being able to come out of here with a win, but it's still, as Coach Shoup was talking about, a mind thing, and you get it into your head, and you get a little bit too cocky, and you'll get slapped down, and Minneapolis short end of the score here tonight.
So we will say goodnight from Minneapolis, myself, Scott Osherman.
And Mike Perry.
And Dale Leach.
We'll talk to you on Tuesday.